A 7 1/4 inch gauge Sweet Williams steam locomotive part 29. Safety valve topics. These were a very tight fit in the boiler bushes. I rectified this by using a 3/8 of an inch BSP Tap Die. Then it is time to think about a tamper proof safety valve locking mechanism and water drains for the two long tubes that poke through the cab roof. On this type of steam locomotive, there are two safety valves fitted on top of the firebox into two bushes. This would be no good if they didn't have these tubes to carry the steam away out of the top of the roof. I need to make some modifications to these tubes because what I need to do is fit a grub screw to lock the safety valve in position and prevent anyone inadvertently changing the setting of the safety valve. I always take the simplest option. Initially, I drilled two holes in the copper tubes that fit over the safety valves. I will probably, in the fullness of time, open these holes up a little bit more, but what I need to do is fit the safety valves, get them in the position where they're tight up against the bushes, and then make some marks on the safety valves like you see here, although I must stress that these are not in the right place, they're just for the video. One of these tubes is slightly longer than the other one. I compensated for this when I drilled the holes, but now I need to just machine this one slightly shorter. And to do this job I'm using my Smart & Brown lathe. This is a much larger lathe than the other two, and it's fitted with a very heavy duty 4-jaw self-centering chuck. And because the chuck has 4 jaws, it's great for turning copper tube because you can hold the tube in the chuck without crushing it. I'm only removing a small amount of copper from the end of the tube, and what I'm doing here is deburring the inside of the tube using a commercial deburring tool, and to deburr the outer edge of the copper tube I rotate it under power and use a file. In the previous clip, when I was deburring the inside of the tube, the lathe was still rotating after I turned the power off. That's because it has a gearbox and it's so cold in the workshop the oil is a bit thick and the drag of the oil rotates the chuck very slightly. Not with any power, so it's not a major issue. One major problem with this job that I'm having is the safety valves are reluctant to screw back into the bushes on the top of the boiler, even though they were taken out of these bushes to start with. At first I thought it may have been the blanking plugs being over-tightened in the bushes during the hydraulic test, so I checked the integrity of the thread using a 3/8 BSP tap. After doing this I noticed that the tap had removed something in the hole, but when I tried to tighten the safety valve into the bush it was still too tight. What's going on? I think that the thread on this safety valve is slightly oversized, and for that reason I'm going to use a die in a die holder, and I'm expanding the die as far as I can by opening it with the taper on the end of this screw. In theory, all I need to do now is screw the safety valve into the die and this should clean up the thread, but it was still too tight to do it by hand. I tried some lubrication, this is 3-in-1 oil, and then I used the barcode spanner, and this, without much effort, screwed the safety valve into the die okay. To make sure the thread on the safety valve matched the one in the bush, I screwed the safety valve all the way into the die. The die is actually removing metal from the safety valve, but not much, only very small particles. After screwing the safety valve into the die, I then unscrewed it using the spanner. But after a very short time, I could unscrew it using my hand. All I'm doing here is just easing the fit of the safety valve. It's still not a slack fit, it's still quite tight, but it's manageable. I can screw it into the bush now with no problem at all. Time now to repeat the process with the other valve. The process is identical to what you've just seen, so I'll speed up the video to get it out of the way quickly. What I did notice once I removed the safety valve was the threads at the end were quite sharp. Over now to my Boxford lathe and I fitted the safety valve into the chuck, holding it by the hexagon part, and as you can see it's not running very true, so instead I held the safety valve by the end. And even though the safety valve is still not running perfectly true, it's true enough for what I need to do at it. All I want to do is slightly chamfer the end, So I fitted a live centre to keep it in position and just touched it with a chamfer tool. That's all it needs, just to clean off the end. I repeated the process with the other one. The live centre is moving slightly because the threaded part is not in the centre of the safety valve. The next part of the job is to tighten up both of the safety valves into the bushes on the top of the boiler, and they have to be at the tightness they're going to be when the engine's ready to run. Both of these safety valves are fitted with a copper washer, and in this clip they're just about as tight as I can make them. An extra bit of muscle power brings them into the correct position. This is very important because I need to mark on these safety valves the position where I'm going to drill and thread a hole to allow me to fit some stainless steel grub screws, which once tightened will lock the adjusting mechanism of the safety valve. I'd already made some pilot marks in the wrong place just for the video earlier on, but this time, so I don't get confused, I'm going to use my electric drill to just drill some centre marks. This is my very old DeWalt drill. I've had it for many years and it still works perfectly. I'm not drilling all the way into the safety valves, just enough to make a definite mark to show me where to put the drill bit when I drill the safety valve, tapping size for whatever grub screw that I decide to use. A few years ago I built a Sweet Pea locomotive, which is really a Sweet William but a bit smaller, and it had exactly the same arrangement with the long copper pipes that stick out of the roof. It really used to annoy me though. Whenever the safety valves blew off, I got a shower bath, and in the end I fitted drain pipes to each of the copper tubes. This carried the water completely away from the firebox and dropped it onto the ground. I think I'll probably do the same with this. The main thing now is the safety valves fit into the bushes on the top of the boiler so I can continue with the job. Today I picked up the metal cladding from the powder coating company, and I'm pleased to say they are completely devoid of paint. I'll be painting these shortly when the weather improves. That's it for now. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.